Good morning, my friends. B-Dog here. Just wanted to give a quick update on this OT. Few tips, but really just a quick update. You know, every OT is a little bit different. Not a lot of new tips, but you just have to kind of learn each OT and each event. The teams and, you know, how 2K kind of changes some things up sometimes. So usually it kind of takes me a day to learn, you know, each OT. But at any rate, I'm doing pretty good here. Yesterday, I got up to 18 streak, and I was greedy, and I was playing to try and get points, and so I actually had Nash in for my point guard. And Nash, I'm just not near as confident with. You can usually get that first three, but I just wasn't as confident with him, and I lost. And then I had a couple of legitimate losses, so I restarted the streak. I lost my balls, and I restarted, and now I'm at 19. With one ball lost. So currently that has me at bracket 3, I believe. But I'll be 19 and counting. So bracket 4 right now. But I'm gonna climb pretty quick today, hoping to get above 40. You know, it's one thing that 2K did really well for us, which is kind of a rare thing. But changing the rewards, right? I mean, it doesn't show it here, but one thing they did was changed your bracket 2 to top 1,000 through 2,000, which is a big deal. I was able to get, you know, a 40 streak before. It's kind of where I usually land. Would normally get me into bracket 4 only. So it's looking pretty promising that we may get 2 Currys. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I've got to play it through and play it out. I'm disappointed with yesterday. Like I said, I kind of started greedy trying to get style bonus points. Instead, I just need to actually just go for wins, and that's it. Doing pretty good on the points leaderboard. Here I was at bracket 2. Let's see where I'm at. Still free to play. Yes, there's bracket 2, but barely. But still, bracket 2 rewards. I mean, I'm doing way better because, again, I was only keeping pace with about bracket 4 on both leaderboards before, but since 2K changed up how many get into kind of changed the rank range, we all have a lot better chance to get some of these high rewards, which is really cool. I mean, that was a ginormous leap in the right direction just because of so many hackers. So at any rate, doing pretty good. I do want to give some gameplay tips again and also show you some gameplay. Number one, and what also kills me is if you keep playing the game, your game will get glitchy and slow. So before you start playing your 6 or 7 game streak, restart your game, restart your phone, whatever it takes. Make sure you're playing well. As far as lineup tips, as I've told you before, I like 3-point shooters as my point guard, my shooting guard, and my small forward. Either one of those can bring up the ball, and you're going to get a 3-point shot the very first 10 seconds, you'll get an open 3. So I want to make sure I hit that open 3 because that helps. That's really the key to winning for me. And then I put my power forward and my center on defense. I just have a really good shoe with Joker, and he's not the best defender anyway. So even with 3 additional defense, he still doesn't max out, but still doing pretty well. And really, I just don't use those guys except for defense down low, which works pretty good. So. But 3-point shot is the way to go for me, and it's that first 3-pointer that's important. And so let me get into some gameplay again. So part of getting wins is getting that team right, getting your own team right. You have to strategize a bit, and you have to figure out how you get buckets. I know how I get buckets, but you got to figure it out for yourself. And that's huge. That's a big part of getting wins. And then the next thing, and then probably the most important thing, is your team selection. You can beat a lot of these teams, but you want to maximize your chance at actually getting a win. And so I'm just being as picky as possible now. After I lost my balls yesterday, I'm just being extra picky, and I'm just going to do everything I can to win and just not chance anything because I screwed up yesterday a little bit. But in the team selection, I look for no bonus points, so no extra boosts. So I'm just going to keep re-rolling. It's definitely not a 7,000 boost. And you can get wins against those teams. So here, pay attention because Their IMFB power here says 53,875, but when you actually click into it, it's 48,800. So they don't have their max team playing, so it's a mystery to who their max team is, because you're going to always play their max team. When there's that mystery, just move on, because you don't want to get surprised with some high-powered team. So I would look for them to match, and there's a big boost, so I'm just skipping. So I'm being extra picky, right? Again, the powers don't match, so I'm moving on. I'm just not going to chance any surprises. Doesn't match, moving on. So it takes a while to select a right team. So here's one. 192. The one thing that will affect me is if the point guard is higher powered than my point guard, because your individual matchups, 2K does take those into account, and you'll actually miss more shots if like your scores are lower powered than their opposite position, or their opposite, the opposing teams at the same position. So like Lillard is 52,000. He's not a good defender. He's 52. I'm 52.6. He's 52.3. So just because I'm bigger, I'll actually have a better chance at hitting shots. So I like this team to play. I wouldn't typically play teams with Curry, and I wouldn't play teams with Michael Jordan. I wouldn't play teams with Gary Payton as point guard. So they are better defenders, and they'll actually keep you from making your shots at times. So I'm just being extra picky. This team is pretty good to play. So give you some examples. Then once you find your team, which is half the battle, OT is the event that it takes all your skill. You have to be able to score. I actually like it. It's become my favorite event, especially with the changed rules. And as I told you, you're going to get this 3 right away. So I'll show you how I get wins. And then it's clock management. So starting on manual, let's just take off to the opposite side of the court. Come over for this 3. There's my green. And then I auto defense. So when you get that 3, you have to defend against a 2. Get against a 3. That's all you got to do. Just defend against a 3 or get a stop like that. I could try to score, but clock management here, guys. So hold the ball till 24 seconds is on the clock. The reason I do that is all I have to do this for the rest of the game is defend against a 3. I cannot let the opponent get a 3. I don't care about a 2. If I score here, which Clay's open. Okay, so now that wasn't 24 on the clock. Somebody get out there. You stinker, but that's okay. As long as they don't get a 3. So that's a win right there. And then I just hold the ball. Okay, you can't let them get a 3. You don't want them to tie. What I'll typically do is if I get the ball, I try to give them the ball with 24 seconds left or so, because if they get it last second, anytime between 0 to 8 seconds, they'll hit full court shots, they'll hit half court shots. I don't give them a chance to hit any of those last seconds ever. And then just defend against that 3. If you give them the ball with 24 seconds, that means it's their only possession. And so if it's their only possession, if you defend against a 3, and you can even give them a 2. Once they're lower than 24 seconds, like if you take that clock like I did to 24 seconds and then they get the ball, you could let them have a 2 at any point. Sometimes I just actually try to block a 3 even if they're not shooting, and that'll cause them to drive for a 2. And that gets you an automatic win. Because if they hit a 2, you get the ball. I didn't show you. Definitely watch my previous videos because I do break it down even more. I just wanted to give a quick update. So I do got to run. I hope the event's going well for you guys. Leave comments, give questions. My previous videos have more breakdown as well, but I wanted to at least give you guys a quick update on this overtime. It's looking good. My 20 streak. So now I'm up to 20. Only lost 1 ball. It's looking good. I have all day today, so my hope is to get up to about 40 or over 40. And really the ultimate goal is to get 2 Currys actually, which I've never gotten into anything above bracket 4 before. So now I have a much higher chance to do that. So that'll be fun, hopefully. And then the points leaderboard, I think I can get pretty high up here. And if I just keep the pedal on at this pace, pedal to the metal, whatever. But if I keep it at this pace, I should be getting some really good rewards, which I've never had the chance at before. So anyway, good luck, you guys. Hope you have a successful event. Let me know if this helps. Ask any questions. I do reply. So if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, and I hope you do well. Best of luck, guys. B-Dog out.